Thank you. Where's Sarah? There's Sarah. Sarah, I'll make co-host. Okay.
Pink Caroline.
Co-host, I should say. Okay, I think we're over. Are we over? Yes. Can anybody see if we're on YouTube yet? Yes. Yes. We're good? Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Let me see if I'm in the right place here. All righty, good. Okay. All right. I think I got it all going on. Holy smokies. Who knew you had to be a technology genius to do Mary Kay? Oh my God. All right. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is January 6th. Happy New Year. If we haven't seen you, I hope you had good holidays. But now it's 2025 and it's time to up your drive. You ready for it, everybody? Look at all those pretty faces.
Ready.
If I don't see your pretty face, I'm going to cry. So I don't care whether you have makeup on. I don't care if you have a bag on your head. If you're wearing pajamas, come on in. We want to see your pretty face. So please, 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 if you can. That's one thing that I have a pet peeve about. I mean, I understand if you have something before that. But anyway, we have a lot of things to share tonight, and we're Sarah and I are like the Left Behind. Anybody ever hear the Left Behind series? Okay, we're the Left Behind series. We're really in charge because the other directors are at leadership right now.
Nice.
So we are here manning the ship and getting the year kicked off. So with that being said, tonight we're kicking off the Trailblazer, which is the Boss Babe pace setter that was set up. I guess it's maybe the second or third year now by the Nationals. So you're going to be seeing the first video tonight, but we're going to explain exactly what it is. But before we do that, let's see, I'm going to have to start threatening these people that have names with no faces. Let me see here. How do we threaten them? I got a plan. Oh, there's a face. There's a face. Okay. Yes. Well, let's hear what you've been doing. Let's share what's been going on in your business over the past, I guess, 2 weeks. I don't know when everybody's met together. But in the past 2 weeks, what do you have that you're excited about? And if you're not talking, just unmute yourself, please.
I'm excited about an upcoming fundraiser.
That is Deb?
Yes.
Yay. Okay. Tell us about your fundraiser. What kind and how did you set it up?
So it's for a women's networking group called Decision. And most of the networking groups, especially the women's, they always do charitable donations. So they want to do something, not just have the women's group to network. So yeah, so I'm giving back 35%. I know that's a lot, but the way I look at it is if I were to sit at a table or pay for a table, these are people that I would not have met before. And and you can do what you want with fundraisers too, but I just figured this is a good way to reach people and get new names and meet new people and give back at the same time.
So this is a table that you're setting up, correct?
No, it's going to be over the course of like 2 weeks, like a party.
Okay.
So, but I am going to do a presentation at the meeting and explain to them. And it's at Valentine's Day. So, or around Valentine's Day. So, some good ideas there. So.
Excellent. Anybody have any questions about that? That's a great idea. Anybody? How many of you have ever done a fundraiser? Okay, there's many different ways of doing them too. All right. Okay. All right. Who else has some? That's great, Deb. We'll be excited to hear what your results are and you're blessing people. That's awesome. Oh, look who joined us.
Hi.
Mizinia, yay! Okay, who else has something they want to share?
Hey, it's Arvella.
Yeah.
And I am excited about decisions that I have made. And as you can see from my Zoom background, I have some plans going on. And I am really, can I tell you, I am really excited about the things I've been doing, preparing myself for my goals that I have set, and just some things that I am going to be doing out here on the West Coast, because it's so hard for me to get people onto, 4 o'clock, 4:30 kind of thing. So I've got some things that I'm doing. I have a 5-part series that I'm promoting right now that's starting tomorrow, where I'm going to be doing just basic skincare and teaching people about skincare and self-care and blah, 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 blah. And I am just so fired up about it. So just wanted to share that. I'm excited.
Can you tell she's excited? Yay! Woo! All right. That's exciting. And we're looking forward. I love that vision board behind you.
Yes.
And I hope everybody has put up their vision board and knows where they're going. And look, it's Patty. Yay, Patty.
I apologize. I apologize.
No need. We're glad to see you. Happy New Year.
Glad to be here.
Okay. Who else has something exciting they want to share and that something they're looking forward to in the new year? I know you're all getting shy on me. Come on, come on.
Is there anything that you guys would like your business to pay for this year?
There you go.
Something fun. Throw out something fun.
Well, for myself, I wanted to pay, pay for, I don't know if it's fun, but for my daughter's tuition. And this past year was, I mean, and I know there could be so many excuses, and I don't want to be that person that has the excuses. And with maybe with the limited resources and stuff like that, and just like with my family's, I don't want to call it a situation, just our scenario rather. It's easy to get either sidetracked or whatever, but I would like to keep my daughter in private school, and my son, the school where my daughter goes, they just opened up a pre-K, and I would love for my son to go there. And I would like, to say that my business pays for that, and, for our second car, and just that, really that it could pay everything. My husband is an amazing provider, but I would love to say that, I can match what he makes kind of thing, or if I wanted to, I could cover everything, but we're a very, very traditional Christian family. So it's like, I am very much in the submission I'm a very big submitter. So with that, I don't know if it's fun, but I would love to pay for my children's tuition, and just to be able to say that if I wanted to, I could, but I don't, kind of thing. So there's that. And maybe vacation too. We haven't really been on vacation. So I guess that could be the fun part, is the vacation that it would pay for. So
Nice.
Great.
Those are good goals. Now all you gotta do is write them down and get a plan. That's exciting. So, wow, there's so many people we're on page 2. I'm like, where do all these people come from? That's exciting. Okay. Who else has something exciting they want to share?
Hi,
Steph.
Kathy. It's Stephanie. I started reading The Breakthrough Code. I'm really excited about putting,
Good book.
instead of goals, results into my vocabulary, because we've been talking about goals for a lot of years, and maybe we're letting ourselves off the hook and just saying, these are the results I want, seeing it done. Gee, I remember somebody used to say that we had to see it done. Who was that? Barbara Sundin.
Yeah.
See the
Yes,
job done.
That's it. Gotta get it done to the finish. Absolutely. That's a great book. The Breakthrough Code, everybody. You'll see that. What's the author, Stephanie? Who's the author? I should say. Now, what's the author? Who's the author?
Tom Clancy.
Tom McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Tom
Can you see it?
McCarthy.
Can you all see it?
Hold it up a little higher if you could. That's perfect. Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, and readers are leaders, guys. So, whether you like to actually physically read a book or listen to an audio, but you want to use your time wisely and be feeding your brain good stuff, where they say garbage in, garbage out. So you want to put good stuff in there. Anybody else want to share? Janie?
Gotta unmute, Lev.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I made a list of 55 and older communities, and I'm going to, with their phone numbers, and I'm going to reach out to the activities director and see if I can get my foot in the door with these 55 and older communities, because I made a mark at one of these other ones, which I have since reached out to, and she was excited about me coming back. A date yet to be determined. So branching myself out that way. So I'm excited about that.
Love it. I hear a lot of on purpose people. Love it. Good stuff. Who else? I hear something.
Debbie.
Debbie.
I'm in Florida right now, my mother's community, and I'm hoping to by the poolside and get a couple of numbers so I can put them into my customer base. It's a 55 and over.
Oh, there you go. You both are in the Florida there. Janie's in Florida too, so.
I'm only here for 3 weeks, so we'll see.
Okay.
Thank you.
So anybody else? Keep moving through. No? Yes? Maybe? Going once? Going twice? Okay, not sold, that's for sure.
If you guys think of anything during the meeting, feel free to put it in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Before we get started with this, we want to tell you a little bit about the Boss Babe Trailblazer. How many of you downloaded the packet? Carol, I see. Arvella, 2 people. Oh, no, Maria, 3 people. Ooh. Can't tell with the people that aren't on the screen. Okay. Well, that's okay if you haven't done it yet, but you definitely want to download the packet so you can follow along each week and you can keep track of your points. Now, the points are going to get you to something special, and that is a class, kind of weird, but it's being taught by my daughter. It's a workshop. I know you will be blessed by it tremendously. And it's really, I mean, it's funny. Your kids grow up. My daughter grew up, obviously, as a Mary Kay kid. And she is in Mary Kay, but her true passion, besides, of course, empowering women, is all about the whole package of, yes, of course, we take care of our skin and stuff, but what about our head? What about our nutrition? What about our exercise? What about hormones? What about all the women's issues? And she is certified in many areas. So she's volunteered to do a workshop for us. But you have to qualify for it. So you will be able to do that by paying attention to your points that come in the packet. And the top person with the most points in each unit is going to get a very exciting business box. Yeah, some good stuff for your business. Could you get excited about that? Okay. All right. Any questions about that part? Jane?
I just went through this, and it just is, does this meeting count for 20 points with our camera on?
Yes. Yes. So for those of you that are on and have your camera on? Hello? I told you I was going to get you people without the cameras. Thank you for saying that, Jane. All right.
Don't
So
mention
you are-
to pay me later.
Yeah. So make sure you print this out and start tracking your points, because you get points just for being on and having your camera on. So, okay. Sarah, anything you want to add? You want to tell them a little bit about what they can expect each week, or would you like me to share that?
Yeah, sure. So each week we are going to be sharing a video. If you miss it, we do have a rewatch link, but of course, if you don't see it live, then you're not going to get points. So we want you guys to, when you see the video, we want you guys to take notes on it. Each week there are questions about each video and interviewing the person and asking certain things like taking notes on her story. Why did she want to blaze a new trail? What was her inspiration? And the reason why these things are good to hear is because sometimes, like, even as we may have witnessed in this meeting tonight, that some of us don't really have a focus yet. You don't have a goal. So, and maybe there's something that you're like, I just need something to just feel a little inspiration. You've been at it for a little while. This is something that hearing other people's stories, you might be able to see yourself in it. And it can encourage you that you too can blaze your own trail, blaze a new trail. Dang, that's a tongue twister. For 2025. Oh, hello. So, and then also what changed in her business because she blazed a new trail? How does her story inspire you? And what was your biggest takeaway? What are some key things that you want to remember about her story tips? So, a great rule of thumb as you are listening and watching these videos with us, take notes while we're doing it, and then answer the questions after we conclude the meeting, and so you can reflect on it more. And I think that's the most beneficial way to go about it. There's also you will see, for all my Christian girlies, you will see on the second page, is it the second page? There is
I got 9 minutes for mine, 8 minutes for mine now.
on one of the pages, there are a bunch of scripture verses to encourage you. So I really do want you guys to print this out if you're able, if you have access to a printer. If you don't and you see your director in person, feel free to, have her print it for you. But you could get to a library, right? I know Kathy's like, nope, you're enabling them. So there's scriptures, and so what you could do with that is you could read them through every day. You could pick one of the scriptures to focus on each day and really to encourage yourself in your business. And I think that that's really encouraging in itself, is just the word of God, right? And then the points. The points every week, you want to have this in front of you. Look at it every day or the days that you're working your business. And if you don't know when you're working your business after this meeting, I want you guys to really take some time and say, when can I commit to working my business? Because if you don't write it down, it's not going to happen. You're going to get to Monday next week and you're going to be like, I didn't even know that these were some points, and they're very accessible points, so everyone can get a win. Doesn't matter if you're a great seller, if you're a great sharer, whatever. If you are a great student and you could commit to you and you could show up for yourself, you are going to find so much inspiration in this, and seeing that you could do the hard things, right? So I want you guys to really pay attention to this, because when you track things, they're going to grow. So you really need to track it. And it's so simple. You just look at it and just fill it in. But do it every day. Like, look at it, throughout the week. Don't do it the last day, because then you're not going to have anything to aim for. And this is, we'll even do it with you guys. That's what I'm committing to. I think it's going to be really exciting to see what you could do with your business, and bet on yourself this year. And these first 6 weeks are so pivotal, or I think it might be 7 weeks, are going to be so pivotal for you and your business. And it's really going to determine the trajectory of your year if you bet on yourself. So that's pretty much what I got. Leave anything out, Kathy?
Excuse me.
So,
Go ahead.
question. How you will know my points? How you will know my points?
How are you? Go ahead, Sarah.
So you can either submit them to your director weekly, like you could take a picture of it with your phone and send it to your director weekly. I would recommend that rather than just at the end. But if you want to do it at the end, that's totally fine. Each director might want to, run it their own way. But the reason why I think that it would be great to take a picture and send it to your director weekly, even if it's a 0 or 20 points rather, because you showed up with your camera on, right? Because that too, that gives you some sort of accountability that you'll start showing up more for yourself when you share that information. When you keep it to yourself, I guarantee you won't do much with this.
That's proof.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, and it also helps you directors because this way they can see and they can help you along the way too. Effort does get rewarded for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you're all excited about this and what you're going to learn from these fabulous nationals. All right, so we are going to get ready. Does everyone have their popcorn and their beverage ready to see our first quick little video? Oh, what are the dates? Who's saying that?
Every Monday. It's during your meetings.
Oh, okay. I saw Moss and I was like, Sarah, you're asking when? I'm like, I'm confused. I forget. Mother-daughter. Okay, hang on 1 second, guys.
This is your cue to take out notes. Get out a pen and paper or your typing fingers.
And I hit this thing again. Why did I hit this thing? Sorry. Come on, here we go.
Well, hey, directors, this is National Sales Director Emerita Linda Toupin, and I am honored and privileged to be your very first trailblazer, and I love this whole concept. I love everything that Karen's doing, and if you haven't shown Karen a lot of love for putting this together, please do. I'm sure after the retirements this year, I don't have the stats on this, but I'd be guessing, I would say that 90% of the leaders in Mary Kay do not have a national sales director. And so you are blessed beyond measure to have national sales directors who are willing to come on here and teach and train. That is such a blessing. Not everyone who signs up in the world of Mary Kay gets that. And so be sure you show a lot of love to Karen for all the hard work of putting this together. Now, if you did not see the little video that I made for consultants about building geographic areas.
Did I pick up the wrong one? Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah, talk for a few minutes.
Okay. So I'm going to read through this first part is because if you don't read it through now, probably not going to do it later, right? So here's what you need to know about Boss Babe 2025 so you can reach that goal. And this is all in that packet rather. See, I'm on muscle memory pampering packet. So again, you want to print the packet, make sure that you have it in front of you. You want to check out the list of the trailblazing scriptures that we talked about, referencing them and speak them out daily as you read them. So when you speak things out, you're going to hear it as well. So it starts putting these things in your brain that starts making you believe it rather than just reading it silently to yourself. And reading it out loud too, it's like a proclamation, that you're declaring this is going to happen, and I am fearfully and wonderfully made, I can do all things through Jesus Christ. And so you also want to listen closely, taking notes and they're talking about when they were a beauty consultant. So that is everyone here. Even if we're in a leadership position, we're still a beauty consultant. So we get to hear their story as well. So also you want to write down your takeaways and have your weekly tracking sheet to track your faith-filled efforts. Really, really if you are a believing woman, put prayer behind this. and take the Lord as your business partner. And then every week we are going to recognize the person for the most points, and you can be her. So yes, send them to us weekly. Take a picture of it if it's on your phone, or if you whatever, get it to your sales director somehow. And then you want to stay connected with your sales director so you can be accountable. There's also an I am ready commitment to myself, where you have to check off, I am ready to step out of my comfort zone. I'm ready to think new thoughts, all these different things. I'm not going to read through all of them because I want you to look at what you are ready to do this year. You're going to sign and date it and take a picture of that and send it to your sales director too, because, or your adoptee, because we want that commitment for you yourself. It's not for us. You're not committing to us per se. We're just here to walk alongside you through it all. So, and you could also rewrite the scriptures too, to get it really embedded in your brain. So I think we have a consultant one up.
All right, there we go. Sorry, guys.
Well, hello, everyone. This is National Sales Director Emerita Linda Toupin. I'm sitting here in Lexington, Kentucky today, just a few weeks prior to Christmas, and I am excited to be your first Trailblazer teacher. Now, I understand your theme this year is Blaze a New Trail, and I'm going to take that literally. And I first want to start, and I'm sure you want to start, by sending a lot of love to Karen. Not everyone who signed a Mary Kay beauty agreement got that level of leadership. Not everyone got a Karen. Not everyone got a program like this available to them. So be sure you send a lot of love to Karen. She probably had to remind me 3 times that this was a video and not a boxer, and which meant I had to get dressed and get cute in order to do it. So anyway, it takes a lot of work to put a program like this together. So you all need to send a lot of love to Karen. Well, today, as your beginning teacher and part of your first homework assignment, we're literally going to physically blaze a trail. We're going to talk about physically, where do you build your business? If you want to choose a word for 2025, why don't you consider the word intentional? I tend to think more like a man than a woman. I look at logic and statistics, and I'll look at the big picture. In fact, it's said that there will be on my tombstone a bell curve and a hierarchy, because I look at things in that prism. And so when we talk about you literally blazing a trail, we're going to decide today, where are you going to build your business? Be very intentional about where you're going to build it. Now, in 2025, you obviously can build anywhere in the world, and there is great value in building everywhere. And because we have platforms now that reach 1 billion people, you can certainly reach 1 billion people. However, when it comes to the hierarchy of best, better, the best, the worst, etc., at the very top of that hierarchy is in person. Now, if you cannot get with a person in person, face to face, then obviously what I'm doing with you right now is the next best thing, which is virtual, which is a Zoom, which is FaceTime, etc. So is it as good as if I was sitting across the table from you where I could reach out and touch you? No, it's not as good, but it's not bad. So when we think about where are you going to find your customers, where are you going to build customers, we're going to go back to how I did it. And obviously I did it before internet. Obviously I did it when we had to do face-to-face. This was not available to us. But I found out after about a decade or so that there was a pattern to my behavior that I could teach other people. I had small children. If I did nighttime appointments, I had to be able to pick them up from school, and I had to get supper started, and then I could go do my appointment, and then I could come home, etc. And I noticed that I was driving in a geographic circle from my physical location that made it possible for me as a young mom to do this. And then I began to realize how many hundreds of thousands of people lived in that geographic circle. So your first assignment from me today is you're going to do what I've done here on this piece of paper. I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to draw a circle, okay, that looks like that. Doesn't have to be cute. Then I want you to put where you live in the center of the circle. So I would put the word Lexington, Kentucky. Now, if you're from a big city, let's say you're from LA or Chicago or New York, that's fine. Your big city is a big city, but there's lots of suburbs and lots of places inside that circle that we're going to be working. All right, so the next thing that you need to do with your circle is then you want to label it north and east and west and south as if it was a compass. Okay, now the first question you're going to ask yourself is, how far are you physically willing to drive or take a bus or ever how you travel where you live to go do an appointment? All right, be intentional. How far are you comfortable driving? And I'm going to assume that most of you on here, just to pick a number, would probably be willing to drive an hour to pick up a new customer and her family and begin to build a geographic area, because that's what we're going to do. We're literally going to go to different places and start building geographic areas for your Mary Kay business. Now, for me, I literally went through here, and 1 hour from me, northwest is Louisville, Kentucky. There's probably 10 pretty good sized little towns in that hour. I'm going to go north. That's Cincinnati, Ohio. Again, there's probably 4 or 5 pretty good little towns in there. I'm going to go south about an hour and a half, and I'm going to pick up where I was raised. I'm going to pick up probably 10 more little bitty tiny towns down here. And then if I go about an hour and a half to 2 hours east, I am over in Huntington, West Virginia. Now, when I look at the Census Bureau and I can figure out how many people live there, there's easily 1 million people who live within an hour's drive of me. There are diamonds in your backyard. There are literally tens of thousands of people probably that live within most of you all 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. So sometimes we're like over here in Timbuktu looking for somebody when they're really right there in front of you. Okay, so you've decided how many minutes you're willing to drive, and then identify, if you go northeast, south, and west, where would those towns be? Now, once we have that, what you're going to do is, in your mind's eye, you have to see the finished product before you start. I want you to see yourself building pockets of customers and hostesses and potential team members in about 10 or 20 of those geographic locations. All right. Now, how are you going to decide which one of those geographic locations that hit within this circle that you're going to build? Well, it's obviously going to be who you know. Hopefully by now you have a prospect list of 150 people. That's called your pretend wedding list. That's how many people are invited to the average church wedding in America. Look up the statistic. And they all know your name. They might know you personally, but they know your name. So you're going to start there. And then if you can't come up with 150, go over to Facebook and write down the 300 or 400 friends that you have over there, because you know 150 people that know your name. And so we're going to start with those people. Look at your Christmas card list. Look in your church directory. You're going to compile a massive list of people. And then we're going to decide where those people live. So let's just say, for example, I am intentionally wanting to build in Berea, Kentucky. It's about 30 minutes from me. It's a college town. It's kind of a real cool little hippy dippy. It's got its hippy dippy, and then it's got its hillbilly side, and it's got its redneck side. It's a great town. Now, why am I a big proponent of going out into smaller little communities like that? Is because you don't have a lot of competition. There's not a Dillard's and a Sephora on every corner. And so people tend to be a lot more loyal in those geographic areas. Now, that's not to say if you live in a big city that people aren't loyal. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying traditionally, when the further out you go in these little bitty communities, you'll find people who you don't have as much competition, and they're going to be much more open to you coming to their home. So we've got our circle, we know our towns, we've got our list, and we've identified our people. So how do you intentionally then decide, how do I get into those towns? Well, we've got to identify the people who live there. And then I want you, as you look at your identification list, okay, I know 5 people that live over here. I maybe know 2 people that live over here. I want you to examine those people for their behavioral style. Who is the gatherer? Who is the person that brings all the food when someone dies? Who is the nurturer in a community, in a church, in a family? Like, that's the girl you want. Okay, it's the girl you want because she is going to want to help you because you're literally going to go to these people and you're going to say, hey, I'm really in 2025 looking to build a strong Mary Kay business in Berea, Kentucky. So if that's my given little geographic area, that's one of my towns. And I'm looking for women in this area who obviously would like to help me do that. And I thought about you, and I'm going to make it worth your while. You look through this book, whatever you want in here, as long as you can gather me 5 people who have jobs, pick out something, anything in here, $100, it doesn't matter. It's yours. In other words, I'm going to play Monty Hall and we're going to play Let's Make a Deal. But remember, I'm very selective about who I ask because I'm going to ask the person who already knows a lot of people. She's a gatherer, she's a nurturer, and she wants to help people. That is a certain behavioral style. And so that is the person I'm going to target. Now, if she says, no, I'm not really interested in it, that's fine. You thank her for that, offer her a little lip gloss or something even for considering it, and then move on to the next person. But don't get caught up in your nose. All right. So once I have, and guys, you're not looking for 1,000 people. You're looking for one good family in each of these towns. Because here's what I know about all these little geographic locations that you're going to build. Once someone loves the product and loves you, they naturally, organically want to share with you. If you find you are constantly trying to get business, trying to get a party, trying to get a recruit, it's not organic. You've got to back up a step because if it's fun, if you're a comfortable person to be around and you're genuinely curious about other people, and I know my topic is not people skills, but when you're sitting with someone, just practice this. This is another good thing for your homework. Why don't you just practice? The next time you're in a group, be the listener. Ask curious questions about the person. If you were facialing me and you were just genuinely curious about my life and my children and my grandchildren and why do I live on a farm and you just were curious, I would like you. I just would like you. People today, after COVID, the thing they crave the most is human interaction, to be seen, to be valued, and to be heard. That's all people want. And if I can give you a little look into the future is AI. It's artificial intelligence. Have you ever called a number and thought, would someone just pick up the phone? If you would just pick up the phone, I could explain what I need and I don't have to go through this menu and talk to a computer. Well, that's only going to get much worse because even Facebook right now is completely controlled by artificial intelligence. You'll never talk to anybody at Facebook, okay? So what will be the most valuable thing to humans in the next decade? Human interaction. Human interaction. That's what we sell. That's what you sell. The product is just a way to have that human interaction. So you have something incredibly valuable, and that is you. And if you feel your people skills could need some improving, which we all do constantly, is learn to listen twice as much as you talk. And when you talk, ask questions and be naturally curious about people. So if you came to my home, you facialed me, you were genuinely curious, I would love your product. Now, if you were really smart, you would show me a lot more product than I could afford. And because I like you, because I trust you, because you told me that I could get it for free, I've already been thinking about my daughter-in-law, Hannah, and my daughter, Katie. And I'm like even thinking my little granddaughter, Ren, she's 10. She probably needs to start using something. Okay. And then I'm thinking about my next door neighbor across the horse field over here named Karen. See, I'm already thinking about those people because I like you. All you have to do is ask me and show me how to get my products for free. And because you're wanting to build here on Paris Pike in Lexington, Kentucky, I'm your girl. Make sure people know they're your girl. They're the person that's going to be responsible for you building Mary Kay in that area. And those customers become groups of customers. And groups of customers then begin to migrate to become consultants. And those consultants then build directors, and directors build national areas. That is how Linda Toupin built one of the largest organizations in the world. I did exactly what I showed you to do. Start with a map and start building. All right, homework is very simple. Draw your map, decide how far you're going to travel, identify the towns, get your 150 pretend wedding list out, start identifying who lives where, and remember to ask them and tell them that they are your girl to help you build in that town, and you're going to make it worth their while, whatever that looks like in your world. And practice your people skills this week. Be a listener. All right, you guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and be a trailblazer. And I first want to start, and I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I got back here. All right. Was that not good? Okay. Let me see your circles.
In a circle.
I loved it.
Okay.
West, east, and north.
North, south, east, and west. Yes, this
Yes.
is a geography class.
Yes.
Okay. For those of you that haven't done it, don't know why, but I guess not having a vision, we don't know where we're going in the new year. So it's important to know, where are you going? You agree? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So we are into this, and I just want to do some housekeeping things before I forget. To help support this, because if you notice, you get points by events. Well, on Wednesday nights, we will be having, what is it called? Salon Suites. And this week, we have Hydra sessions and we have makeup, color. Yes. And guess who's doing the color?
Sarah.
Yes. Who's better than Sarah to be doing makeup? So if I was you, if you haven't already done it, you want to now go through anybody that you know, any customer you have, any family member, any neighbor that either wears makeup, needs help with makeup, or maybe wants to wear makeup but doesn't know how to, and invite them. Now, unless they're local, you're not going to be able to get samples soon, but that's okay because they're going to learn a lot. Same with Hydra session. I am doing the Hydra session. And again, whether they have samples or not is irrelevant. You know, again, that's really, it's getting them on there so they learn and they're exposed to Mary Kay. So please do not prejudge. You know, I don't know if any of you have heard of, it's called the law of process. When you do what you have to do, when you do the numbers, things will happen. So don't go, well, I'm not going to invite her and I'm not going to ask her and I don't know her. Ask everybody, what do you have to lose? I have to tell you, I am surprised every time I send out something and I get responses from people. I'm like, really? I didn't even think they'd be interested, but I sent it out. And that's me prejudging. Shame on me. And I don't know about any of you, but you know, I've done that and we have no right to do that. So seriously, everybody, anybody you send a Christmas card to, anybody, anything, just invite them. What do you have to lose? Anybody? You gonna lose anything? An extra half a second that you invited them? Seriously. And how much they can be blessed. So, okay, so that's on Wednesday nights. And we're excited because we have a consigliere. Doesn't that sound so good? Woo. Consigliere in the lobby. I was going to say in the library. In the lobby, Miss Arvella is going to be escorting people into the right rooms and things of that nature. So it's going to be very professional. We pray. Okay, Carol's asking, is there an invite? Yes, you should have it. I know I've posted it up. I'm sure it's somewhere. If not, your director has it and can get it to you. So for sure. So you want to get that out. The next thing is PCP. Woo, PCP. Now that is due when? January 17. I know it seems like so long away. It's 11 days. Oh my gosh. So again, do not procrastinate. Here's a trick. When you find yourself putting something off, that's when you need to do it. As soon as you find yourself saying, I'm not going to do it today. I'm not going to do it now. I want you to stop. And I want you to say, oh no, I'm going to do it right now because I'm avoiding it. Okay, so no procrastination. Do your PCP. One of the best things you can do, that is the mailing that goes to potential clients, customers. It's 90 cents. And especially, I don't know if you've seen this, there are not a lot of catalogs going out anymore. And so when people get catalogs that they can actually, physically turn the pages and things, they get excited, don't you? We can send them a virtual one, it's great. But I have to tell you, so many people, when I send a virtual, they're like, do you have like a real like paper one? And I'm like, oh yeah, of course. So PCP is the best way to stay connected. And of course, oh my goodness, this is going to be, and we say this all the time, but I have to tell you, Sarah knows, Xenia knows. Where'd she go? I don't know, can't see. But anyway, we already got our what they call a buzz kit. This spring line, I know you hear it from us all the time, but I have to tell you, things we've been asking for, things that have been improved. Yeah, it's all really good, really good. So, yeah, Sarah's getting all excited there with her pom-poms, and she's our cheerleader. There's Patty. I was like, Patty, where did Patty go? Anyway, yes, so sign up for PCP, okay? And again, the key is however you do it, whether you do a scavenger hunt with your clients, just follow up because they've done studies. People buy more when they get a brochure, and especially in the mail. It's different than just handing it to somebody. So don't hold, like Mary Kay would say, I think it was Mary Kay or somebody would say, don't hold the nickel in front of the eye that you can't see the dollar. Okay? Because the 90 cents, you'd pay more to mail it yourself, the book itself, and then the sample that's in there. And that's the other reason you really want to make sure you follow up with people, because a lot of times they don't see the samples. Did you see the lipstick samples in the last brochure? I would have clearly like, oh, look at this, Toast Supply. I didn't know those were in there. So again, following up, asking, hey, did you see on page so-and-so? Did you get to try them? Which one do you prefer? Linda talked about asking questions. That is so key, the quality of questions you ask. So, okay, so we did PCP and we did Wednesday nights. I'm in red right now because I see a red unit, nothing but red. So I'm asking my unit, I want red. I don't want you wearing anything but red lips. Red, I want you thinking red everywhere, red. And if you're in red, start wearing pink. All right? Okay, so I played Pink Cadillac. Yes, the beauty of Mary Kay is that we have the opportunity of earning free cars. Now, unfortunately, you can't earn a car anymore as a consultant, but that's how it was when I came in. You had to be a director to earn a car. And having a Mary Kay car, whether you're a consultant or you're a director, it is something that is a privilege. It is a great marketing tool, and it gives you a lot of advantages. Just to say, hey, I'm from a Pink Cadillac unit. If you go to any Mary Kay events, which we hope you do, and there's an exciting seminar is going to be in North Carolina, yay, this side of the country for a change. You are a Cadillac unit, you get to eat differently. Yes. You don't stand on so many lines, and you get linen tablecloths, and you get round tables, and You sit at a table instead of picking up a box lunch, and nothing wrong with that, please. I'm not judging that. I'm very appreciative. But yes, when you're a Cadillac unit, it's different. So we know that Sarah's going to be a pink Cadillac unit. We are in our last quarter for the requalification. And I know now you're saying, yeah, I know, but you guys, you get to drive the cars. Yeah, you're right. We do get to drive the cars. But here's the thing. You guys are the ones that represent us. We are only in them because of you. And of course, I'm very grateful for that. But how does it make you feel being a top unit? How would it make you feel? Can I ask a consultant that though? Not a director. Oh, somebody entered the room here.
I know for me, it's wonderful. And it's wonderful being able to go to seminar, just like Kathy said, and get all the special perks for being a Cadillac unit. We get to go to the different little luncheon area, just like she said. People look at you differently. And when you're out and about and somebody's asking you, do you have a Cadillac? You can always say, I'm working on mine, but my director drives one. I am in a Cadillac unit. And it's such a great feeling.
Thank you, Arvella. Yeah. So I know, and you know what? It prepares you for your car, but it's the best advertisement, isn't it? That is the Mary Kay advertisement. So we really want to blanket the nation with pink Cadillacs. Because all the people that are saying, oh, I didn't know Mary Kay was still around. Really? I didn't know that. Okay, well, that's our job. So these are some of the things and all these great branded things. Oh my goodness. Now, the cutest thing, did you not see? First of all, let's recognize our power players last month that got that beautiful bag that is now, I hope you're carrying it everywhere. Mary Kay with all your products. And make it a point every day to sell products out of that bag. But who earned their bag? Let's see either a little, put your name in the chat. Oh, look at me. Let me see what we got. We got Vivian, we got Debbie, Jane. Who else here? We got Maria. We got Stephanie. We got Gwen. Who else? I'm on another page here. Anybody? Well, I can't see if you don't, unless you put your hand up with an emoji here. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well, this month, did you see that adorable little gardening set? Now, I know if you're like me, I'm like, I don't go in the dirt. Me? Dirt? Plants? Outside? Oh, no. They're pretty. But it is adorable. And it just made me think about the seeds that we plant and how when we plant seeds, if we take care of them, they will harvest, they will grow. And that's the same in our business. Sometimes we meet people and they don't necessarily try the products right away. But if you're a smart consultant and you follow up with them and over time and you send them things and you treat them well, they grow into a beautiful customer, just like a flower or just like a plant. So that's what I thought of when I saw all these little flowering things and hoe and stuff. Who's into gardening here, by the way? Oh, we do have some. Were you guys excited to see that cute little thing with the gloves and what is that, a hoe? I don't even know what they're called. Help!
It's
help,
a little
somebody.
planting shovel.
A planting shovel. Okay. I am educated now. Right. Yep. Yeah, you can see that's not my forte. But I do love flowers, and I know a lot of people enjoyed it. It is adorable. So I hope you're all working on that. And also the Star Consultant Program, we're almost, 1/3 of the way in. Have you selected your gifts and your prizes? I love that. I love getting my points. I love watching them accumulate, for sure. So, right on schedule. So there we go. Do we have anything else we'd like to share or end with?
Can I ask a quick question? It's
Maria.
Maria. I'm sorry, I put it in the chat, but I think it got lost in the chat. When I was looking at the packet for tonight's video, I know it said week 1 interview with Jennifer Cook. Did I miss something?
No,
Like,
that's next week. We're a week
oh,
early. Yeah. We're
oh,
doing
this
that.
is not week 1?
We're at week 0, baby.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed
Theoretically,
that
no,
then.
it's next week.
That was Linda Turpin who we listened to earlier. Yes.
That's Linda Toupin, yes.
That don't
Okay.
count? That don't count?
Thank you. I just want to make sure my notes were accurate. Thank
Oh.
you.
Yeah, that does count. That does count. You need to have a homework assignment. You need to start with something. And
Okay.
she just gave you something to do.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
The
and
circle.
you know, the thing that really got me, did it really hit home when she said about people on Facebook, your prospect list of 150 people, your bridal list, all that? Have you really executed and went through every single person? So anyway, I'm excited about this New Year's. I'm excited about the salon suites. And of course, we're going to have different directors teaching, which, hey guys, that's exciting to me because I get tired of hearing me. So I get excited, so excited to see Sarah and Patty. And I know Zenia was on here for a minute.
I'm here.
Oh, good.
And
People keep moving on here, so.
I have to say something.
Yes.
You want a consultant to elaborate in this, but as a director that came from a Cadillac unit, I'm inspired to get my own Cadillac unit. So it's a prestige that I miss and I need to get it.
Oh, interesting. Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes. So
can I say something real quick?
everybody counts. Yes. You look
So-
like my niece. Every time I look, I'm like, why are you on here? No, just kidding. Sorry.
No, so I was thinking about like from the beginning when we had talked about what are we working towards?
Mhm.
Like what do we want? And then you were just saying about like your wedding list. And I'm like, well, I'm engaged to get married at some point. I don't even know who I'm gonna have at my wedding yet. But you know what? That's what I'm working towards, to be able to help pay for my wedding.
Awesome. That's an awesome goal.
Yes. Tell them they can't get an invitation to your wedding unless they help you. They don't get on the list unless they get to the first. I'm just kidding. Or they can't have a +1. I'm just kidding. Well, I don't think I'm doing +1s. I don't want a bunch of random people at my wedding. No, I didn't. Very small and intimate. Yes. Oh, I love that so much. And yeah, if you guys don't have anyone on for for this Wednesday spa suite, feel free to come on and choose which room you want to go into, the hydra session or the makeup, because it's going to be great. And Arvella is going to facilitate you into whichever room you want to be in. And when you do have guests as well, have them tell you ahead of time, if you can, which spa suite they want to go into, so we can try to streamline the process, because this is going to get so big. So big. Like this week, we're doing a little trial and error, so have grace with us. But it's going to be really fantastic. And the more that you guys show up, the more that we get to grow, we get to do more things. And I am so, so excited. So you show up too in which room you want to learn in this week. Even if you don't have a guest, that's okay. But also invite a guest. Why not learn with a friend, right?
Yes. Excellent. Yes. And here's another thing for those of you that say what your goals are and stuff, make sure if you don't know how to get a plan on how to accomplish it, you speak to your director, because it's great having a dream. It's great having a goal, writing it down, but you need to know the action steps. And I know that was a big challenge for me. So, Barbella?
Can I say something about spa suites? I don't know, a lot of you may not know, but I'm out here in Seattle, Washington. And there's some directors out here that have been doing spa suites for about almost 2 years now. And it started out really small and it has really, really gotten big. It is really popular. They're up to doing it 3 nights a week now. So just so you guys know, it is something that you can invite your customers to. And the directors are doing all the work. You just get them there. It's fabulous. So don't hesitate.
Thank you. Well, that's a good incentive. Let's get the East Coast going. I mean, I know we have people from all different areas here, but I don't know of any big ones going on the East Coast. So
We're
let's
starting it, baby.
yeah, let's make it
The
happen.
trailblazers of the East Coast.
Yeah, we can do it for sure. Actually, I want to find out, where are you from? Put in the chat. I'm curious because I love when we have all these different states. Put in the chat where you're from. Let's see here. Okay, we got New York, Seattle, Long Island. That's it. MS, is that Missouri?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Woo!
Florida,
Mississippi, South Carolina, Texas. I love
Florida.
it. Florida. Anybody else that we're missing? A lot of Long Island, Long Island. I think we have Tennessee, I know.
I'm the one from Texas, and Sarah, y'all can take this weather back to New York. I'm over this freezing cold. We have
I
like
agree.
a 95% chance of like a foot of snow on Friday.
Oh,
My
so you
girls brought it down.
you live in Long Island or
Texas.
no,
I'm in Texas.
oh, yes. So Xenia, yes.
But it's cold in Florida too.
Yeah, it's cold here.
It's cold in Florida.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's only in the 70s. I'll take it.
Yeah, but this is the thing for those of you guys that have the cold weather, just think people don't want to go out. So you're the entertainment.
Yep.
You are something for them to do when it's January and it's gray and it's cold and it's like, I need to talk to somebody. Okay, so
we'll bring the heat. All right.
there you go.
We'll bring the
Okay.
heat.
Everybody have a fabulous week, and I can't wait to hear what she's all done. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.